Hello everybody. I'm just going to wait. It's a little bit, about a minute earlier than I said I was going to be on, so we're just going to wait for folks to pop into the room. And I'll do a small video on this vise clamp that I have. We'll just give it a couple of minutes here, and then we'll start. I do have my hot chocolate with me today, and yeah, no carving yet for a while. No classes online anyway. Can't maneuver that yet. But all right, I'm going to share with you a couple of things here about the vise. The vise is, I bought it off of Amazon, and Amazon had a bunch of ones that you could choose from. Amazon had these available. They were only like $18 with tax and everything, sent to the house. So when I had my little accident a couple of weeks ago, I bought it right away the next day, knowing I probably wouldn't stop carving, but it's a slow process to carve this way, but it does work very, very well. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm just going to wait a couple more seconds so more people pop in. Some of you had asked about how this vise works, and how it works, it's pretty simple. It goes in different directions. So if I turn it, if I open this bottom one up, I can lay it flat down, and then I can turn it. If I open it up a little further, I can spin it. Let me see if I can get that. I can spin it in different directions. All right, so that's, and I can go 360 all the way around with that. Also, you can, just one little tip with this, I have it on a plank that's attached to the table. The reason I have it attached to the table is because this little slot that's right down here that you see, that I actually had it down, you can't get it flat. If you do it right from the table, that's as far over as you can get it. But there's no, because this would be facing the table, so I added this piece so that I could put it on the edge that I could make down completely, which has worked out really, really well for me. So if you're unable to carve with two hands, like I'm not able to do that yet, then you can go ahead and use this device. It's very handy. It goes in all kinds of directions. It clamps very easily, and you know, for $18 on Amazon, I really thought it was going to be a piece of crap. I didn't know what it was going to be like, and it really turned out to be a very nice, solid. It's heavy, heavier than I thought it would be, and it opens up. I just measured it. It opens up about two and a quarter inches at the widest part, so you can put a 2-inch piece in it. Now, this table isn't as sturdy as a workbench or something like that, but it is enough that you can actually carve. So what I've done with this is, when I would carve, I would bring this back down. I still have to figure out which way to go with this sometimes. Let's see, here we go. And if you really loosen this up enough, you can take it and you can spin it. You can see how I'm spinning it around. So, and sometimes I just leave it open and loose and just carve downward with my knife, and it works pretty good. The other thing that the first pictures I had of this, I can't see the questions because I'm in front of the camera. I'll look at them later. The first thing I did was I hooked it right to the vise. Well, I put it on one of these sticks, as you see here. Let's see if I can get one of these open. These sticks are really easy to make. You just get a 1x1 inch or a dowel. This is easier to screw it into one of the basswood than a dowel is a hardwood. And you screw in your screw, and I did it with a regular screwdriver. And then I took it to a grinder and I ground off the tip. So it's right above the tread. So it works out really well. And I use it as a paint stick too. So it takes a little bit to get it on here. If you want to put a little pilot hole in here with a drill, that might work best. But when you put this on, because you're screwing them together, it's really nice and tight. Okay? Really nice and tight. So the other thing is I had a hard time with my arm because the cast is all the way past my elbow, getting it up close enough to my face. So I'm able to hold it and get it up to my face closer. So it works out really, really well that way. And that's how I did this as well. So it also, putting it on the stick, you clear this with your knife. If your knife is a hander down here, you're going to be hitting this. So the longer the stick is, the easier it is to maneuver around your piece. So those are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you today. I really like it. It's very handy. I will tell you, I wish I had this the first night I broke my arm, because when I got my pills, I couldn't open the pill box because it's a child-proof, and I couldn't hold it in my other hand to open it. So what I did was I taped it to the table and got it open that way, and had the cap hanging out over the edge. And but you know, you figure ways of doing things when you can't do them, and this has been very, very handy. I went to paint the birthday critter that you saw earlier, and that's spoken for. But this came in so handy because I couldn't turn it with my hand, and all I did was put it in here, and I turned it wherever I needed it to go, and then I went ahead and painted it, which freed up my left hand to just relax, and I did everything with the right and with the other things. So I hope this is helpful to you. Like I said, the other nice thing they did is they put these rubber things in here. They are so nice. If you're doing it right from the piece, it won't mark it up. You know, it's just very, very soft and very good. I don't know if this is all aluminum. They say it is. I don't know for sure, but it is a very hefty piece. I was surprised how solid it was. And because you pull it in different directions, it's really easy to do. It's really easy to handle. So if you're handicapped either by arthritis, or your arm is not working like mine is now, or my wrist is not working like it should, this is an alternative to keep carving and still be able to enjoy some carving as you do it. Some people have asked how I'm doing. I'm doing fine. I go back to the doctor tomorrow for a shorter cast, hopefully not past the elbow. If everything looks good and I still don't need surgery, then I'll go to a shorter cast tomorrow and probably another 4 weeks. So, but I'm already carving already, as you can see. I got this little guy done. And it takes me a lot longer to get stuff done. But it works, and it's great. And if you decide to get one, it's pretty handy. The other thing, too, when you're sitting, this is very, very high. What I did was I turned it upside down and clamped it on the opposite side, so it would still go down this slot. So this would be on the other side. And it would be much lower for you to sit in a chair and to carve. It was really handy to figure that out. So there's a lot of varieties of positions you can put this in. So I hope that's been helpful to you. This is a very short video. I just wanted to touch base with everybody, and just to show. A couple people said, well, can you show us how you use it? That's how I use it. And make sure you put a stick in it. It's going to make it much easier. And they're very easy to make with a couple of screws and a grinding wheel. You can make several of them like I did here. I put them on. And I can hold them and draw on it where I don't have to hold it, because I can't get my hand up to my face right now. I'm about a foot away. So this has come in really, really handy. So hopefully this will be helpful to you in the future if you ever run into the same dilemma I just did. And people said, well, how did you break your arm? I tripped over a branch out in the yard when I was unloading the truck that was full of branches. We were cutting stuff up and pulling it out, and I turned around and didn't realize it was behind me. So, Anyway, take care. God bless, and this too shall pass. Uh, I keep telling myself that. But take care, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.